Yeah, this is Point Black, coming in hard and off the card, coming with the flow from the barrio, and coming with the heat of the damn street. This is PBN and Point Black National News, the late and the great edition, and the ghetto edition as well, because this is what we must do in all ways. You know what I'm saying? In all ways. We must learn to do this. It's important that we understand the dynamics of many things that we deal with today. There is no other way around it, as we see. So this is PBNN, Point Blank National News, coming with the facts, the crackbacks, the flow from the barrio, the heat from the street, and the boom bip to their lion ass lips. With them facts to crackbacks. This is the late and the great edition, and the ghetto edition as well. Because this is what we must do. It's highly important that we understand these things in all ways. You know what I'm saying? It's highly important that we understand these things in all ways. You know what I'm saying? Many times, many people seem to want us to be able to say this and say that. Many people want to control the vibe of language and control and think it controls your brain. People want us to put the witch's pot and make the brew and been stirring it for many, many years. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if we go through all the different shit that took place on planet Earth and was able to see it all, even in secret places, you know what I'm saying, more than likely, it'll make you throw up, like a pearl, like a 7-Up, and pass away. Many different things. Some of the things we don't even understand in itself. You know what I'm saying? But that's not our sole purpose, is to only seek out these things to corrupt of the corruption to corrupt our own mind. So we must be level-headed in all ways that we are able to analyze what it is that's going on more so than just play the game. You see what I'm saying? Now we see here where today we're going to run through some of the news, old news and new news probably if we get to it, you know what I'm saying, in itself. But many things need to be spoken about that needs to be said in itself. Now, one of the things we're looking at here is coming in by Michael Lee. With Lee. 4 hours ago, you know what I'm saying, coming off the Fox News Eastern Standard Time. All right, we see here where a new presidential ranking place Obama. You know what I'm saying? Listen to this. Oh, creepy Obama, head of the LGBTQ, ranks Obama in the top 10, Reagan and Trump below Biden. Yeah, because people are still not waking up to the facts. And they're continuing down the same road in the bullshit itself. You know what I'm saying? But we see new ranking of presidents by a group of, when we see here, South-style experts determined that Abraham Lincoln is America's greatest president, while Donald Trump ranks last. That is bullshit, and you know it. Trump is ranked number 1. You know what I'm saying? And Lincoln wasn't all that great. So let's get out the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Lincoln's topped the list of presidents in 2024 Presidential Greatness Project Experts Survey for the 3rd time, following his top spot in the ranking in the 2015 and 2018 version of the survey, which I don't really follow, but the survey, according to the release from the Presidential Greatness Project. Yeah, and who is this so-called great project? The deep state? You clown. You know what I'm saying? Talking about Obama ranks this, and Obama is garbage. He's trash. And he never meant well for our country. And people need to ask him what surveillance system did he say was up and running? You crazy ass. Anyway, you know what I'm saying, talking about the greatest projects to itself as a foremost organization of social science experts and in presidential politics. The 154 respondents to the survey, including current and recent members of the president and executive politics section of the American Politics Science Association. All that big words don't mean a fucking thing. You garbage. Anytime you put Obama in the picture at all, we know you're full of shit. Now, and so on. You know what I mean? Nobody got time with the bullshit. That's nothing but propaganda and wordplay. So this one is pure shit in itself. You know what I'm saying? You lying to the people based on trying to get some popularity to your so-called what should we call it? Your so-called democratic demon, democratic garbage that you're doing probably. You know what I'm saying? But you're not interested in the people, are we? You know what I'm saying? Now we got another one here that said Donald Trump booed while promoting a $399 sneakers, you know what I'm saying, one day after the court. What's wrong with a man selling sneakers? Ain't he a businessman? Isn't that what business people do? Who are you buying sneakers from? Poor people in India? Or poor people who don't run the sneaker companies and different corporational shit? They're making billions of dollars off your pocket. And their views and their political understanding might not be the same or the best for you. So if Donald Trump wants to sell sneakers just like any other sneaker company and just like any other businessman, he can do so. What's the problem? Because you want to try to drain his pockets, you want to criminalize him, you want to put him in the dirt, you want to do everything under the sun because you know for well that if Donald Trump takes office, your asses is going to jail. 95% of your crooked ass is going to be out. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you did the old booster program. You know what I'm saying? And boost up the people. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean in the booster. You know what I'm saying? I think it's going to be a big success. The president said while being met with boos. Boos for what? The people that are booing him are working for the demon Democrats and the deep state as a whole. Let's just be honest. What you booing for? You're booing for a nuclear weapon attack or annihilation of the United States by these screwballs? You screwballs. You know what I'm saying? Those sneakers is an heirloom. Those sneakers in time to come going to be worth a lot of money because people are going to remember the garbage that the demon Democrats have done. So don't come with that bullshit. Now we see another one here where we see Ronald Reagan's daughter, Patty Davis, thinks older presidential candidates like Trump and creepy ass Biden should receive a cognitive test. Well, I got news for Mrs. Ronald Reagan's daughter. Your father was in the garbage as well. Sorry to say it. He was a part of the deep state and the nonsense, and he was a demon Democrat as well before he became a Republican. And I feel that all presidents at a certain age should not be allowed to become presidents at all. On that point, we agree. On the other point of the cognitive test, I think creepy Joe Biden was far too old to be in there doing the garbage he did for the many years that he have done. His time is over. Everybody's time comes to an end. Not speaking of life for him, I'm speaking about his political career all the way up to presidency. This is what we're talking about. There comes a time where you got to let it go, and the young generation's got to wake up. You've got a job to do, and you've got to get involved, and you've got to be able to run the country in its rightful ways. I think that even Nancy Pelosi needs a cognitive test. You know what I'm saying? She definitely a sick somebody. So we're going to, run through that one because we know we all agree somewhat on that same point. I hope that you're not making that point based on saying that Donald Trump should be removed from being presidency, and you're running with the deep state, Mrs. daughter of Reagan. You know what I'm saying? We have another one here saying Donald Trump claimed his persecution, his crucifixion, persecution, whatever, will make the U.S. truly become a third world country. And he is right. He is 100% right. It will make this country become a third world country. And that's a fact. It's a fact. It's a fact. So we have to start facing that fact in itself. You know what I'm saying? But we see here, we have to face that fact. Donald Trump spoke at a Water Township, Michigan, at an airport hangar on Saturday, February 17th, for this. In the hangar on February 17th, I repeat that, for a great out the vote rally in crucial battleground states. And those battleground states better get their shit together. I don't care what you're doing in itself, but when it comes to our country and what needs to be done, you know what I'm saying, you need to listen very carefully. Because like I said before, if we go into a nuclear war that creepy Joe Biden and his son and Zelensky and all the rest of these deep state motherfuckers done put together talking about some fucking NATO, you know what I'm saying, and we go into a nuclear war, there will be no fucking boat. Now let's get that straight. In the crucial battleground states, he appeared wearing black gloves and a red mega baseball cap. And immediately began land blasting some of his recent legal woes when he took the podium. Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? Trump appeared to follow the following in two separate New York cases. I would too. Last week on Friday, Judge Igor, really should call him, you know what I'm saying, ordered Trump to pay $355 million, which you know full well is way over the limit for any president or anybody. It is no matter what his business affiliations are. You just based on trying to break the bank, break his business, and break him so he could go broke, just like you do all other people who sign the fucking contract. You garbage, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You garbage. And know that it's high and it's annoying. You know what I'm saying? But you want to even add more to the $355 million. You want to continue to keep charging this man outside of your wicked ass Medical piece of garbage signing blood sucking contract. Bullshit. Talking about damage. No damages were done. You did not charge him. You did not charge him with rape. You said he fondled, or whatever the case may be. So why are you charging $355 million, and where's the damage? Where's the damage? So you're telling me that Donald Trump raped this woman, ripped off her clothes and fucked her? Let's just be honest. So where's the damage? You're talking about damages after Trump organization was found liable for financial fraud. Wait a minute. How does the two go together? Damages for who? You know what I'm saying? Which Trump vowed to appeal following the ruling on Thursday. The separate judge ruled, you know what I'm saying, that Trump criminal hush money trial would begin on March 25th. What about creepy Joe Biden and his son? And Nancy Pelosi and a whole bunch of Obama and all the rest of them talking about Michelle Obama running for presidency as a candidate. You were stupid to vote for her or even cheat her into the presidency. I don't think that she should be, especially no LGBTQ. You know what I'm saying? In our government, we must wash our government clean of this, because this is some sick shit that you try to bring out in the Luciferian Medical one world order piece of shit. And then have the nerve to go into different countries and tell them that they should not say that they don't want it in their country, all that bullshit. And trying to quit it altogether because we know it's a mental disorder in itself. It has nothing to do with a person makeup. It has to do with their mentality and their brains has a dysfunction in the physical body somewhere. And those who would want to rip off their pussy and put a dick, you know what I'm saying, and rip off their dick and put a pussy, something is still wrong with you. There is no reality to what you are doing. The only reality is the nonsense in your mind to deceive and overthrow men and probably women. You know what I'm saying? But Donald Trump, vowed to appeal the following ruling on Thursday. A separate judge ruled Trump criminal money trial will begin so and so and so. We don't give a flying fuck because we know full well what you are up to and what you're trying to do. And what you are up to and what you're trying to do is just simply stop Trump from winning that election because you know full well your criminal asses for the last 40, 50, 75 years have been doing straight bullshit. Such as what we see in Ethiopia and the Gaza Strip. That's a part of the same bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me not. And if I am wrong in any way about the creation of that and you invading that spot and now acting as if like you the Lord God in hell over there when you do not belong there because you are an invader, then what are you really talking about? You're over there murdering and killing people in Africa for many years, causing many wars and corruption of the people so they do not focus on the trueness of themselves and what belongs to them. You know what I'm saying? Black people need to start to stand up for what belongs to you. Not following behind others talking about a shooter, a killer, a murderer, this, that, and the third when you have no structure to it. You know what I'm saying? Where's the power? And is the power going to be a power for the people, you know what I'm saying, that you call yourself taking over to govern, or is it going to be chaotic? Because we know that these clowns here, talking about New World Order, is chaotic. Like a Neanderthal caveman altogether. Wild, crazy, and uncivilized. And you try to bring that upon African people. Now, we see where Hillary, nutcase ass Hillary Clinton, a retarded ass. This woman is a nut. And she should be removed from our government along with Obama and Michelle Obama and Bush and all the rest of them should not still be in our fucking face. We should be looking at new faces, even Nancy Pelosi, Schumer, and all of them put together. Should be removed. Should be removed. Should be removed. They should be removed. What is their standing in our government other than corruption? You know what I'm saying? Other than corruption. You know? She's sitting up here, Hillary nutcase ass Clinton, talking about she claimed that Trump would pull us out of NATO. Nations alliance to overthrow. Hillary Clinton, you need help. This woman here needs serious help. And I don't understand who put this retarded nutcase jackass in our government at all. Coming up the Washington Examiner with the little writing there in the little circles of the letter for the E, you know what I'm saying? I see the writing and I know what it means. You know what I'm saying? But we see here where this came in 11 hours ago from Zachary, you know what I'm saying, Eastern Standard Time, but this is a late edition. So we see the former, no, she's not even a former, she's an idiot. They let this bloodthirsty bastard of a woman in our government. Imagine that. You know what I'm saying? We see she calling herself the Secretary of State. She's not a Secretary of anything except murder. You know what I'm saying? Bloody murder. You know what I'm saying? Hillary Clinton claimed, you know what I'm saying, that the President, Donald J. Trump, would seek to pull the United States out of the NATO alliance. And he needs to. Just like your jackass. ass because you're a part of building this bullshit you call Nations Alliance to overthrow and using that word to cover up the other word that you know full well people don't want to fucking hear talking about some bullshit about a new world order. So you change the word from new world order to NATO. And I call it Nation Alliance to overthrow into some bullshit. But if he pull us out to the NATO Alliance, he needs to. Talking about if he wins. To me, you already won, sister, because he exposed your dumb ass. And we know that you should be in prison. You know what I'm saying? But y'all always demon Democrat always want to tell people shit, make people believe shit in their mind, and then when they don't want to go along with it, you want to murder, kill, plumb them like Nixon and all kinds of dumb shit, suck blood out of a baby skull and murder and kill and do Luciferian rituals and all the garbage that you do. And then when we tell you the truth and this and that, you figure you could tell our brains what to do because that's what you're trying to do, even probably with the pump. You know what I'm saying? And many other things. You trying to make people believe this, and even when the truth is revealed in itself, you still want to force people down the wrong road because they're not falling for your truthonal garbage of lianosity and many other things. You're not telling the people the truth. What you're telling them is a half-ass bullshit that you figure they want to hear or whatever you figure they would accept from your garbage ass. But Hillary Nutface ass, a demon blood-sucking Democrat, you know what I'm saying, who unsuccessfully ran against, she was unsuccessful because she was a murdering, killing, bloodthirsty son of a bitch. I mean, daughter of a bitch, or whatever you want to call it. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. She not mean well for our country, and she still don't. She needs to go about her business. Nobody's mad at you. Take your crazy ass on somewhere, pack your bags, and get the fuck out of here and go over the bridge with the rest of them. And don't come back. That's what needs to happen. There's a whole array of them that's in there that needs to be removed. And it's just bottom line. You know what I'm saying? Of course you lost. Because you garbage. You know what I'm saying? During his first presidential bid of 2016, and it was only 4 years. So I don't see how he did all this criminal shit that you jumping up when Alan Bragg's talking about he wanted to seize Donald Trump stuff and all kinds of stuff. Alan Bragg's still at the same bullshit with his dumb fat ass. Dumb ass. You know what I'm saying? Because I like me a fat ass, not ass, so. But not no fucking nigga. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to these dumb ass niggas, I'm talking about a woman. Now I'm not that LGBTQ piece of shit. And Alan Bragg should know better. Talking about this shit. He sucked that blood just as well. That's why he looks stupid up there to me. I don't even know who put this man in position at all. It should have been a black man with a sense, but it seems like every time a black man gets involved with y'all motherfuckers, he always coming in on a democratic level, and the next thing we got to hear in the democratic level is he going right along with the garbage against his own people, just like you were doing and just like you have been doing. You know what I'm saying? And then you want to sit up there and act as if like we did something so wrong. You know what I'm saying? So you always keep people on the wrong end of the stick to be able to manipulate their brains in itself, it seems like to be. So don't come with that bullshit. Excuse me, people. So don't come with that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But we see where, you know what I'm saying, she unsuccessfully, and now sitting up here saying that, you know what I'm saying, that Trump re-election would spell disaster. No. She's lying and word playing again. It is not going to spell any disaster. What is going to spell disaster is the fact of y'all keeping these old fucking farts and jackasses in our government. When you see how much all the wars that they chumped up on lies. I knew every single one of them is a lie. There is no true war that they ever started. Every single war that these motherfucking demon Democrats have been involved with or had anything in our government to do with, they chumped this shit up all together and cocked it all. Don't tell me not. Yes, you did. And that includes what we see going on today in the Gaza Strip. You know what I'm saying? You know, the feast. know what I'm saying? And get out of my ears and my nose and my mouth and my business as well. If you are not going to do anything, why the fuck is people even listening? You know what I'm saying? Take your sorry ass on up out of my face. Because we have a lot of people have slow fucking mind, deformed brains, and cracked out drug brains, and they want to tell you what to do. And when you come with the intelligent facts and receipts, now they want the only thing they got left is to bully you. Okay, but you just gave it away. Anyway, at the same time, she's talking about it will spell disaster for 31 member military alliance. No, 31 member criminal organization nation alliance to overthrow, to cause themselves creating a new world order of dictatorship over the people of planet Earth. And if people of planet Earth don't wake the fuck, then that might just be where you're going. You know what I'm saying? Get rid of these people. No military alliance should align themselves with criminals. Talking about a 31 military alliance of what, 31 nations in a criminal organization you call NATO, nations to align to overthrow all nation dons and nations like you wrote in your shitty ass so-called Bible. Okay. But we see members, what we see, Hillary Clinton, you know, made the remarks during a Saturday luncheon, you know what I'm saying, at I guess they call this, mooching or mention or whatever, who gives a flying fuck where she said it. Even if I couldn't pronounce the word correctly, which I know what it means, you know what I'm saying, security conference. What security? What security? And an annual gathering of the world leaders in Germany. 2 set of criminal idiots. Genocidal idiots. And it's said that the German people, I'm not talking about every single one of them in the government or every single one of them in the general population, would follow behind this garbage. You are still on the same fucking accord. You have never changed your course. And when even after the war, you still went back to the same bullshit. Let's just be honest.